everyone saying, "Blimey, do you know what the sample that's used, Eminem has used? Do you know who's on it? It's Labi Siffre, it's Jazz and Dave, it's Ian." You know, when did you first hear that? You know, how a letter came through saying, "I want to use your song"? Or
they asked the publishers and sent the track, which I thought was a demo track, but actually it was virtually the finished thing. And to put the story completely as it was, I listened to it, and I wasn't knocked out. I listened to it, but I mean, my first poetry book was called Nigger, and there's a picture of me on the front, and I'm black, but nobody can see that I'm also gay. And the book Nigger, when I was looking for a title, and it's not cool with N-I-G-A-A-H, it's Nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R. I was looking for a title. So I read all the poems, and it was blindingly obvious that I'd written all these poems, and they were all about people who in our societies were treated as niggers, which were the disabled, the elderly, black people, women. The first bigotry is misogyny. And all of the poems were about those people. And I thought, oh, it's got to be called nigger. So I had no problem with language. But when the song came, it was, and I didn't know much about rap, but I had already got fed up to the back teeth of niggers, faggots, and hoes. Your mother? Your mother's a hoe? Your daughter? Your sister? So I wrote an email back which said, dissing the victims rather than the aggressors is lazy writing. And so I said no. So they said, okay, we'll take those out. Now, I didn't know about alternative versions or whatever. Had I known, I would have insisted that it will be on all those things. But, I mean, I have asked myself on occasion, would I react the same way now? But of course now are different times. But at the time, for me, it was a matter of, if you're going to diss, you should be dissing the aggressors, not the victims. And that's all. So I didn't give permission, and then they changed it, and I gave permission.
And were you astonished how it took off globally?
No, I don't. There's not a lot of things that astonish me. It was really nice. I was very pleased. You know, nice one, fine, next. I've always known I was doing good work. I'm sorry, but it sounds arrogant, but I always knew, and it's based on the fact that I've listened to so many kinds of music. I do know good from bad. And although of course that's actually wrong. There's no such thing as, and that actually comes to something where I was about the second or third album, I was asking myself, what exactly am I trying to do here? But I've always known that the songs I don't reject are good songs. So from that point of view, that kind of the fact of people catching up with stuff that I'd written a long time ago, I always kind of knew this would happen one day.